and that's Nintendo as well. Okay, okay. Gamers, all you lovely gays, gamers, and gamers. Let's uh, let's get started. So this will obviously be heavily opinionated, and like we're not gonna go off of like what the highest rated on like fucking Metacritic or what game journalists or anything think, you know? This is going to be all my opinion. And not only just like what is objectively better in that, it's also like nostalgia can play a factor in this. Like if I went back and I played Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, it might not be as good as I remember it, but it's the fact that that game was very important to me, you know, when I had played it as a child. So it's kind of what we're doing. So if you don't like it, you can lick the dirtiest part of my balls. Alright, I don't care. But this is me. This is me, baby. Okay. I think A tier is pretty easy, and A tier is probably never really going to change for me. Um, The Last of Us 1, Far Cry 3, and there is a third one. Um, Maybe there isn't a third one. But that's S tier for me right now. Maybe we'll add to it in a little bit. Alright, what else? A. A. I would probably have to go Uncharted 1 and Uncharted 4. I'm not putting the entire Uncharted series. I'm not as familiar with 2 and 3. I haven't played them in as long as I've played these two. I've played these two more recently. Again, I know that Uncharted 2 is one of the best and probably potentially my favorite, but just this one's so good, Uncharted 1. The gameplay has aged a lot, very poorly, but the story, I don't know. It was just it meant a lot when I played it, and it's still one of my favorite games. The Last of Us Part 2, I think that goes there. Uncharted 4, I think is gonna. I'll put Uncharted 4 above Uncharted 1. Uncharted 1 has the nostalgia, but Uncharted 4 is just so fucking good. Um, and Last of Us Part 2 can go in here as well. Oh, wait. Where's God of War 1? God of War 1 is A tier. And God of War 3. I don't want to do this, but this is kind of how I feel. I'll put God of War 2 or God of War 3 and um yeah, I'll leave 2018 in there for now. All right, we'll start to move down a little bit. B. Okay, okay. We're gonna put the Mario Karts in here. Now, Mario Kart Wii, best Mario Kart in the series, hands down. But Mario Kart 7, again, that nostalgia feature. That's not the word. But you know, I put so much time into Mario Kart 7 when I was a kid. It's so fucking good. It just holds such a special place to me. It is so good. Um, I don't like the later games in the series. Like 7 was the beginning of it, and 8 is not great. Spitting bars. I just, you know, hold on. I'm gonna try and like go over why I care about these games. Um, it might take a while, but I feel like it would be more worthwhile. The Last of Us 1, probably the first real story game that I've ever played. Ever. Like the first real story. And oh my god, the hold that this game had on me. The story, you start the game, you know, it's just a daughter and her father, you know, they're making jokes. And then they just fucking hit you within like 20 minutes of just this little girl, just, you know what happens. And it like broke my fucking heart when I was like 12 years old. And it just opened something in me. I was like, this is a fucking game. Um, the gameplay was, it was okay. But when I was that age, I was like, this is great. Just the emotion between Ellie and Joel, their um I don't know what the word is, but their bond and how they grow as people and their relationship. There's just so many special parts. Like when you finally get to the hospital area towards the end of the game, I believe this is the hospital area, and you climb over the hill or whatever, and you just see like all the giraffes that were in the zoos just walking around the fields and all. So good. And then at the very end, where Ellie's like, swear to me that you're telling the truth. And he just deadpan stares her in the face and is like, yep, I swear. It's crazy. Far Cry 3. Again, one of the very first story games I ever played. And I fell in love with Voss from the first fucking cutscene. He's such a good character. He, Michael Mando did him so well. Like they made the character after Michael Mando. You know, like he molded that character. Like his aura. You know, he is just so there, and you know he's there. And Jason's hate for him, and I love not the butterfly effect, but like how you become Voss more and more throughout the story. The parallels. Um, I just beat this game like 2 days ago again because I wanted to see if it was just nostalgia bait, but no, it is not. The gameplay a little rough, but not really. I love the Alice in Wonderland quotes. Whenever you have like a heavy story moment, it shows that. And oh my god, the main theme of Far Cry 3, that main song hits, so I get fucking goosebumps every time I hear it. Genuinely. Like the final fight with Voss. You're walking down the corridor like on the TVs and stuff. And that theme is just playing in the back and you're just filled with all these quotes. And then you get to, I swear to God, when I got to this part, I cranked up my audio. I was like, I need this song. My arm hairs were standing on edge and everything. And then you get to Voss, and he's like, do it, like, you know, like, nail me to the cross, accept me as your savior, and let me be reborn. Like he's like a fucking god complex. And then the brutal end to Voss. The game isn't as strong once Voss is gone, but it really is so good. Sam Becker, the German guy from the second half of the game, Willis, Herc, even Dennis. Citra's okay. The game is just phenomenal. I don't think I would be going on a full speech for everything, but I don't want to make like I'm gonna make this into a YouTube video. I don't want this to be fucking 2 hours long. Um, for the God of War. Also, let me pause real quick. I'm on a playlist right now, and I think it's okay. It's copyright free, so I think it's okay. God of War. This game is the oldest game in my memory. Um, Maybe I played it before The Last of Us, I'm not sure. But my father used to play this game. And I was like fucking like 6 years old, maybe a little bit older. I don't think so, though. I think I was like 6 years old. And genuinely, one of my earliest memories was him playing God of War. God of War 2. I remember the exact scene. He was at the part with the translator, and the translator's translating, and then he bashes his head in. And I just remember watching. Well, he was like, "Don't look at this part." So I turned around on the couch, but I was looking in the window, and I could see the reflection of the TV through the window. And I was like, this is crazy. And then once I got my PS3, I got the game, all of them. And so good. I love the combat, the button mashing, the QTEs, everything is so nostalgic. Character character development, well, I guess undevelopment, decline, I guess, in Kratos's character. I love the fall off for him because you're playing as basically the hero, bit of an anti-hero in the beginning. And then by God of War 3, he is the villain. Just, oh my god, I love all of these games. And then God of War 2018, I thought it was a amazing way to reboot the series, in all honesty. I really did. Just, oh my god, don't even get me started. When I saw, obviously I wasn't at E3 when it was announced, but watching the E3 reaction for the first time, where everyone's like, what is this? And they get all quiet. And he's like, I'm hungry, boy. And it pans to Kratos out of the shadow. Oh my god. So fucking good. Atreus is an amazing character. He's a little annoying sometimes, but I think in terms of companion NPCs, they really did well. He is probably the best companion NPC that I've ever had in a video game. And oh, their father and son growth, like they fucking basically hate each other in the beginning of the game. Maybe Kratos doesn't, but they don't like each other. They're so distant and torn apart. And by the end, they are so close. You gotta love. It's similar to Ellie and Joel, but like this is his actual fucking son. And especially knowing this character from the previous games, knowing what he's done and what he's capable of, it is truly an amazing game. If I go through a tangent like every single one of these, this is gonna take forever. I think I'm gonna do it. Uncharted 4. Oh my god. I'll try and keep them short. An amazing way to bring back the series. After it's gone for a couple years, and then he's married to Elena. You start the game playing fucking Crash Bandicoot on a PS1 in the living room, and then him lying and betraying her, Elena, and then finding out he has a brother. Oh my god! And then Troy Baker as his brother, and Sorry, I can't really think of who voices Nathan at this moment, but such a great game. The graphics, oh my god, the combat, oh my god, everything so good. Uncharted 1. Again, one of the very first story games I played. You'll notice this one, Uncharted 1, Last of Us, and Far Cry 3, and God of War 1. These four are the four pivotal moments in my gaming history, career, that led to my growth as a gamer. So good. Being introduced to Nathan on the boat and Elena there too. It's so good. And then when you get towards the end of the game, and there's like these like fucking like zombie things, they're like fucking, uh, like the nano crawlers or whatever the fuck they're called from Black Ops 1. Oh my god. It was so. I was like shitting my pants after the entire game of fighting people. And then you get like these fucking zombie monster things. Oh my god, I was so scared again as like a 12, 13 year old. That was crazy. I might have been even younger. Alright. Last of Us Part 2. Great sequel. Story was really rocky. I think there's a great game in The Last of Us 2 buried under all of the fucking time jumps. Uh, I think if they just structured the story better, it would have been a lot better of a game and a lot higher reviewed. I mean, you have everyone shitting on and pissed off that Abby's fucking jacked and all, but like, I don't really give a shit about that. Or the fact that Ellie's a lesbian. Like, oh, they're making my video game woke. She was a lesbian in the first game. Like, come on. God of War 3, amazing. Truly. One of the best ends to a game story I've ever played. I've beaten God of War 3 probably almost as much as I've beaten God of War 1, if not tied. I've played this game so many times. It is just so fun. It's so fast. The gameplay is so brutal. The oh, and the graphics. Oh, the visual scale of God of War 1 is so fucking 3, I mean, is so fucking good. Alright, I think that's enough on my tangents. That's 8 games, and it probably took up like at least 10 fucking minutes. So we're gonna start moving on now. Mario Kart Wii, love it now as an adult. Mario Kart 7, loved it as a child. I didn't have Mario Kart Wii as a child, which is awful. I did have New Super Mario Bros. Wii. I used to play this with my parents. It was like one of the few things that I remember doing with my parents when we were a together happy family and all that yada yada cheesy shit. But that was always so fun. Great game. I still play it today. I have my emulator and I still play that. Along with Mario Kart 7 and Mario Kart Wii. Um Far Cry Primal and Far Cry 4. Far Cry Primal and Far Cry 4 are probably tied as my second favorite Far Cry game. Um, they're just so good. I love the difference in the setting in Far Cry Primal. I love what they did. I think the gameplay's a lot of fun. The loop is cool. I mean, it's Ubisoft chore shit. I know, but when it came out, it wasn't. It was like only it was like only kind of boring at that point, for me at least. And then Far Cry 4, phenomenal story. Pagan Min, such a great villain. I think Pagan Min might have been Troy Baker as well. I could definitely 100% be wrong. But Pagan Min did so well. He was so, you can't hate him. And then as like you understand the story more and more, like he's obviously the villain, but sometimes you're like, well, I don't know. Because they make you like the not well, not really. You fucking hate the other protagonists for the most part, Amita and Sabal, and then you get to the end. Um, Either way of which ending you play, like because you have the choice, and it's just they're both terrible people. But Sabal's better than Amita. Amita's a terrible fucking character. Um, God of War Ragnarok can go in A tier as well. Super Mario 64, I think I'm gonna put that in C. I used to play that a lot as a kid. Honestly, it was the DS version, so it's not exactly the same, but it's still basically the same game. I know there were a lot of things that were different. I've played both versions. I think I'm gonna put that in C. Um, Dark Souls 3, I think, is next. Great game. I've only played Dark Souls 1 and 3. I played a little bit of Sekiro, but Dark Souls 3 is so good. I've almost beaten it. I have a save going right now. I'm like 80% the way through the story. Um, Cuphead, great game. Probably one of the first, if not the first, really like trademarked difficult games that I've ever played. Luigi's Mansion. Now, it doesn't mean as much to me as these ones, but it does mean more to me than Mario 64. I think I'll put Cuphead above Luigi's Mansion and Mansion above 64. Black Ops 2. This was the Call of Duty that I started on because I wasn't allowed to play Call of Duty when I was a kid, but my stepbrother at the time, he was allowed to play it, and he was the same age as me. So like it just happened. Like how are you gonna stop the kid at that point? So I ended up starting it, and that started my love for zombies and my boy, which it's controversial. I guess some people don't like him, but TSP Patrick Smith, the Smith Plays, my fucking goat. The second YouTuber that I ever really liked, like the second YouTuber I can recall ever watching. The first YouTuber I ever recalled watching would be the Diamond Minecart. Dan TDM, the fucking goat. So good. I mean, I don't watch him anymore, obviously. I stopped watching him probably about a decade ago. But I watched him so. Oh my god, the Diamond Dimensions modded series. That's where I fell in love with modern Minecraft. I watched every single episode, and there was like a couple hundred, I think. Um, Black Ops 3. I know a lot of people are gonna put BO3 over BO2, but because of the nostalgia factor, I love BO2. That is hands down my most played Call of Duty. I think I'd put BO1 in E, and I'd probably put BO1 with IW. Keep in mind when I'm doing this, it's almost all zombies orientated. If we're going about story, I'd say BO1 probably has the best. Oh, wait, you know what? Hold on, hold on. We gotta add one. Um, okay. Um, there we go. All right. If we are going in terms of story, World at War is probably the best, and I'm going to put it in D, the best campaign of all of the Call of Duties, in my opinion. It was so raw and serious, and it, oh my god, uh, Reznov, fucking, oh my god, just the whole entire game, it was so fucking good. You can't beat it, man. You really can't. In terms of story, that is. And then zombies, the birthplace of zombies. I wasn't able to experience it at the time, like, but I have a buddy who remembers beating World at War for the first time, and then as soon as the campaign ends, you're loaded into zombies. I can't imagine that feeling. It must have been so cool, but also scary, like as a kid, you know. I think that's where I'm gonna put the CODs. Let's do Oblivion and Skyrim. Now, I was never a Bethesda kid. I'm still not a Bethesda person. Um, I've been trying to get myself into them. I'm not into RPGs, but as I've been getting older, I've been trying to get more into RPGs, and I like them more now. Honestly, I kind of like Oblivion more than Skyrim. I don't know. I don't know. I think, well, I think they're both in C for me. Maybe even D. I feel like I'll get a lot of hate if I put them in D. I'll already get a lot of hate for putting them in C. But I honestly kind of think I really like Oblivion more than Skyrim. Um, Dark Souls 1. D tier. Not as good as Dark Souls 3, but my first Souls like, as of like 3 or 4 months ago, I played it, and then I played Dark Souls 3. So fucking good. Very great. And it has aged very well for the most part, I think. Animal Crossing New Leaf. I'm gonna put that up in C tier. Dude, I'm not even using F tier. None of these games are bad. To be fair, F doesn't mean bad. It just means it's the worst of the games that I picked. My least favorite, not even worse. Less good. God of War 2. I didn't even put God of War 2 in. Okay, God of War 2 goes in A tier. Can you tell I love the God of War series? I have fucking all of them in S and A. Well, okay, hold on. Pause. You know what I'm saying? God of War 2 can go between Ragnarok and God of War 3. God of War 2, they just improved on everything from God of War 1. They they made the combat better, a little bit faster. The magic is all pretty good for the most part. Uh, just Oreo. I just scooched my chair in and my cat was under me and I didn't know. I was just like bonked her in the head. I'm sorry. Um, anyway. God of War 2. Great game. I think it is a near perfect sequel to a game. Um, Tsushima. Tsushima. I really did like Tsushima. Honestly, though, it's just so long with like all this extra shit. And I played the game twice, and both times I got like 80, 90% done with the story, and I never finished it both times. I know what happens, but sadly I just was never able to play it. I'd really like to get Yote at some point, especially if Yote comes to PC, which it will. So whenever comes to PC, I'm probably gonna buy it. I do have a PS5, but I don't know. I don't really play it anymore. Um, Tsushima. Probably high C. Yeah. Okay, we'll go through the Spider-Man trilogy now. I think Spider-Man 2 was the best. I think Spider-Man Morales was the second best. I think Spider-Man, the first one, was the least best. I only separated them up like that because I need to get more variation in here. Red Dead Redemption 2. Honestly, okay, hold on. We need to spread this out. I'm gonna put Skyrim in here, and I'm gonna put Red Dead in here as well. I like Red Dead Redemption more than GTA 5. I said it. I do. I really think Red Dead is better in like most ways. Arc. Um, I'm not like a die-hard Arc fan, but I have quite a few hours into Arc. I think E. Honestly, I don't even think I'm going to use F. I put it in here. I don't think I'm going to use it. Hades. I think Hades and Super Hot go together. Great games. I love them both. I think they're both a ton of fun. Okay, so Minecraft is here. I think Stardew Valley honestly goes with Minecraft for me. I have so many fucking more hours in Minecraft than Stardew, but I've also been playing Minecraft since I was like a fucking like 10 years old. Minecraft is another game that I wasn't allowed to play as a kid. My dad, he literally would tell me, he was like, "No, it's gonna make you dumb because it's just blocks." So he thought the game would make me stupid, and he refused to buy it for me until the cool uncle. Like, you have the cool uncle when you're a kid, and then you grow up and you're like, "Wait, this guy's kind of just a deadbeat piece of shit." Yeah, that guy. When I was a kid, he was the cool uncle, and he bought me it for my birthday, and I was so fucking hyped. My dad was not, but I was. On that note, with games in this type of style, I would put Terraria at D tier. E? E tier. E tier for Terraria. It's good. I haven't played it that much. I think it's just too much for me. Like, I think if I started when I was younger, I would have liked it more, but I was always Minecraft over Terraria type of kid. I think Stardew is amazing, though, because it's like Animal Crossing, Minecraft, Terraria, just all merged into one. I started playing this one game. It's called Necess. It's very good. It's um it's very similar to Terraria, but it's got the style of not Animal Crossing, but Stardew, how you're walking like this. I think Don't Starve's in this style as well. But this game is very good. I think it's a lot more indie than the others, so it doesn't have as much going for it. Like, I don't know, but there is a good bit of bosses, and I love the villager stuff. Like, that's a bad picture. But, there's villagers that you can add to your town, and they actually do stuff. It's like Minecraft comes alive. Um, Not Minecraft, mine colonies. It's like mine colonies. Like, they'll go out, they'll cut trees down and stuff, they'll go resource gathering, go mining and all that stuff, and they're actually useful, which I really liked. Far Cry 5. The My least favorite of the Far Cries that I enjoy. Um, Probably E. Like, it's okay. Nothing great. This is where they introduced the silent protagonist for the first time. I fucking hated it. What the fuck? What the fuck? And then it took them two fucking games. Cause I don't know. I guess the idea was like, hey, um, people don't like that every game is a male protagonist. Like maybe that was the idea. So they're like, let's just make it a fucking ghost. What the fuck? How the fuck is that the best solution? I fucking hated that. And then it took them 2 fucking games to figure out to just make a male and female version, male and female voice lines and everything, male and female character. How the fuck did it take 2 fucking games to figure that out? Oh my god, don't even get me started. New Dawn. New Dawn is the biggest load of dog shit that I've ever seen. What the fuck? I hated that. I hated that game. I beat the final boss fight against the twins, and I don't even think there was like a cutscene or anything. Like I didn't know that I beat the game until I found their bodies. Like I was like, what's going on? What happened? And I walked up to their body on the ground. I was like, that's it? Really? Okay. I'm done with the New Dawn rant. Far Cry 5, it's an okay game. I had fun. It's my least favorite of the Far Cries that I enjoy. Far Cry 6, trash. Which is so sad, because Giancarlo Esposito is an amazing actor, of course. And you see what they did with Michael Mando. And they had so much potential with Giancarlo. I know I'm butchering his name, both of their names, I'm sure. I'm not Hispanic. I am as white as they come. But they're both so good, and it's just so sad to see how far they've come, Ubisoft as a company. I never got into the Assassin's Creed. Far Cry was my end of theirs. But the last game, Titanfall 2. Now, I haven't played it in probably like 3 years, maybe. But I have played it like 3 times. Titanfall 2, I really enjoyed. I had a lot of fun with it. Um, I think D tier. And then this is just a screenshot of my previous list, but I have like probably like 10 games added since then or something. What is my game on the bottom? Hold on. I don't know. Whatever. Uh, yeah. I think that's it. I aim to add more to this list, like this year. Hey guys, hold on. I just want to chime in real quick. I didn't mention it in the video, but this is editing Dominator here. Some of the games that I would like to add this year, and you are more than free and welcome to suggest games in the comment section, but these are the games that I'd like to play this year. So, I'd like to play Castlevania Lords of Shadows, BioShock series. I'd also like to finally play Elden Ring, um, The Witcher 3, which I've never played. I would like to play a couple of the Arkham games. I own them all on PlayStation, and then I also really want to play Bloodborne. So, real quick, just wanted to throw that in there while I'm mentioning games that I will play in the future and add to my list. So, yeah. But for now, these are, as far as I can remember and think of, all of the games that really have meant something to me and I've really enjoyed going through as growing up and everything. I'm sure there's more that I've missed, but I think that's it for the games. I'm gonna put this on YouTube, so if anyone sees this on YouTube, put your comments down below. Tell me what you think. Tell me if I'm just fucking yapping with nostalgia bait. But like the majority of these games, I've gone back and I've replayed to make sure it's not just nostalgia bait. Uncharted, I fucking hated the gameplay second time playing it, or like coming back to play it. But the story still held up to me. So, yeah. I hope everyone likes that. If not, fuck you. It's my list.